Central Park Community Gardens in Oklahoma City. Joining me is Alan Parleir. Alan, you started this with some colleagues a few years ago as a way to address crime in the neighborhood. Tell me a bit about that.
Well, it was in the middle 90s. Our neighborhood was struggling. There was a lot of boarded up houses and a lot of gang activity and graffiti and crime. And we had noticed on our block that front yard gardening helped bring diverse people together of different cultures and economic situations and different languages. And so we thought perhaps on a neighborhood-wide level it would work. And we went to the county because these lots had been repossessed for non-payment of back taxes. And we thought, let's start here. And the county said, we can't give it to you, but we can give it to the city, and the city can give it to you. And so we got that arranged, and these lots were given to our neighborhood association for use as a community garden. And we thought possibly growing food would be a way to bring the neighborhood together and reduce crime and involve more youth and help create more pride in the neighborhood.
And you told me earlier that within 6 months you saw a turnaround in your neighborhood.
Absolutely. We started on this block here because on this 6-block area was the highest crime statistics in our neighborhood, and literally within 6 months it became the lowest crime statistics in our neighborhood because people came out, got to know each other, got to work together, and the criminals didn't want to see their customers seen or whatever, or their children got involved working with us in the gardens. And there's a little grade school 3 blocks that way and a high school 2 blocks that way, and we got those kids involved and their classes involved, and it really helped bring the neighborhood together, building community, not just growing food, but growing a community.
What a great way to have such a positive impact with plants. And you mentioned the diversity of people. We have different socioeconomic backgrounds, and people bring a bit of themselves to the garden. You mentioned there's a plant in here, the taro,
right, that a Vietnamese woman brought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we emphasize, since our neighborhood is so culturally and economically diverse, a lot of different income levels, a lot of different languages, we thought let's embrace that by encouraging those cultures to be able to participate too. And so here we have a diversity of people involved, a diversity of plants involved, a diversity of insects involved, because if you have a diversity of plants and insects, you have a much more healthy garden. The same way, if we have a diversity of people, we have a more healthy neighborhood.
And what great lessons for the youth you work with. And that organization is Closer to Earth.
Closer to Earth is the youth group that our neighborhood association started in 2007 to involve kids that are doing school-required community service from charter schools as well as court-required community service, working together to do the maintenance and do the planting and planning for our gardens. And once they finish their hours, they can apply to be a paid garden trainee, garden intern, to work with other kids coming in.
Excellent. And this has grown to 10?
Our neighborhood now has about 10 different former vacant lots that have turned into green spaces. We have an urban forest, a food forest, a compost lot. 2 years ago, we started and created the urban farm, which you've already been
right.
to with Commonwealth Urban Farms. And then these 3 lots here is our community garden. We also took over a 1/4 mile of medians. So we take care of those medians, turning those back into native landscaping as an asset for the neighborhood as well.
What a beautiful impact you're having, and a great model for other communities. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Any vacant lot can be turned into a great asset for a neighborhood just by bringing some people together to grow some food and sharing that food with neighbors.